Good evening to you, lady of the house.
Good evening, kindly stranger. It's a wild night, not happy to be out with the rain falling.
It is surely, and I walk the brightest from the arm fair.
Is it walking on your feet, stranger?
My 2 feet, lady of the house. And when I saw the little light below, I was thinking maybe if you'd a new sup of milk or a quiet, decent corner where a man could sleep. Lord have mercy on us all, lad.
It doesn't matter anyway, stranger. Come in, out of the rain.
Is it the father he is?
It is surely. He's after dying on me, God forgive him. And there I am now, with 100 sheep on the backles and no turf drawn for the winter.
It's a queer look is on him for a man that's dead.
He was always queer, stranger. And I suppose them that's queer in their living men will be queer bodies after.
Isn't it a grand wonder you're letting him lie there and he's not tidied or laid out itself?
I was a feared stranger. Fate put a black curse on me this morning. The time I'll touch him, any time he'll go dying sudden, or let anyone touch him, excepting his sister only. And it's 10 miles away. She lives in the big Glen over the hill.
That's a queer story. He wouldn't let his own wife touch him. He dying quiet in his bed.
He was an old man, an odd man, who was always up on the hills. He was thinking thoughts in the dark mist. Lay your hand on him now and tell him it's cold to you, surely.
Is it getting the curse on me you'd be woman in the house? I wouldn't touch him for the lock again and filled with gold.
Maybe cold would be no sign of death from the like of him. For he was always cold. Every day I knew him and every night, stranger. But I'm thinking it's dead he is surely. For he was complaining a while back of a pain in his heart, and the time this morning was going to brightest for 3 days or 4, he was taking a sharp turn. Then he went into his bed and was saying he was destroyed, he was. And by the time the shadow came up over the glen and the sun set on the bog beyond, he let out a great cry, made a great leap, and skipped himself out the like of a dead sheep.
God rest his soul.
Maybe that would do better than the milk of the sweetest cow in County Wicklow.
The Almighty God rewards you, lady of the house. May be to your good health.
No pipes, excepting his own, but they're sweet pipes to smoke.
Thank you. Kindly, lady of the house.
Sit down now, stranger. Be taking your rest.
I've walked a great way through the world, lady of the house, and seen great wonders. Never till this day have I seen a wake with fine spirits and good tobacco and the best of pipes. And no one to taste them but a woman only.
Didn't you hear me say it was only after dying on me he was when the sun went down? And how would I, a woman, go out into the glen and tell the neighbors, a lone woman with no house near me at all?
There's no offense, lady of the house.
No offense in life, stranger. How the life of you know the lonesome way I was living with no house near me at all?
I knew rightly. And I was thinking, and I coming through the door, that this many a lone woman would be afeard of the like of me in the dark night. The place wouldn't be so lonesome as this place, where there aren't 2 living souls would see the little light we have shining from the glass.
Thinking many would be afeard. I never knew what way I'd be afeard of beggar or bishop or any man of you at all. It's other things than the like of you, stranger, that would make a person afeard.
It is surely. Lord have mercy on us all.
You're saying that, strangers, if you were easy afeard?
Is it myself, lady of the house, that is be walking around in the dark night, crossing the hills when the fog is on them? The time a little stick that seems as big as your arm, and a rabbit as big as a bay horse, and a stack of turf as big as a towering church in the city of Dublin. If myself was easily afeard, I'm telling you, as long ago I'll have been locked into the Richmond Asylum, or maybe run up into the back hills with nothing on me but an old shirt. Leave my crows like a patched Darcy. Lord have mercy on him. Where it's gone.
You knew Darcy.
Wasn't I the last one that heard his living voice in the whole world?
There were great stories of what was heard at that time, but would anyone believe the things they do be saying in the glen?
It was no lie, lady of the house. I was passing below on a dark night, the like of this night, and the sheep were lying under the ditch, and every one of them coughing and wheezing, like an old man with the rain and fog. we're talking. You wouldn't leave it all, do out of your dreams. Merciful God, says I, and if I begin hearing the like of that voice out of the thick mist undestroyed, surely. I run and I run and I run till I was below in Rathbana. I got drunk that night. I got drunk in the morning and I got drunk the day after. I was crossing the races beyond. And the third day, they found Darcy. And I knew it was himself I was after hearing. And I wasn't afeared anymore.
God spare Darcy. With always looking here, he passing up, passing down. It was very lonesome I was after him a long while. Then I got happy again. It's ever happy we are, stranger. For I got used to being lonesome. Was there anyone else on the road, stranger, and you coming from Aram?
There was a young man with a drift of mountain ewes, and you're running after them this way and that.
Far down, stranger.
The beasts only.
Maybe. If you're not easy fear, you'll stay here a short while alone with himself.
I would surely. A man that's dead can do no hurt.
I'm going a little back to the west, stranger, for himself would go there one night and another, and whistle at that place, and then a young man you're after seeing, a kind of a farmer, has come up from the sea to live in the cottage beyond. He would come around to see if there was a thing would have to be done. And I'm wanting him this night. That way when the sun comes up, he can go into the glen and tell the people and the priest that himself is dead.
It is myself will go for him, lady of the house, unless you not be destroying yourself with the great rain.
You wouldn't find your way. For there's a small path only running between two sloughs where an ass and cart would be drowned. Let you be making yourself easy now and saying a prayer for his soul, and it won't be long till I'll be coming again.
Maybe if you'd a piece of great bread and a sharp needle, there's great safety in a sharp needle, lady of the house. I'll be putting a little stitch here and there in my old coat. At the time, I'll be putting up a little prayer for his soul and going up naked to the saints of God.
There's your needle, stranger. And I'm thinking, you won't be lonesome, used to the back hills. For isn't a dead man itself more company than to be sitting alone, with nothing but the winds crying, and not knowing on what thing your mind would stay?
It is surely, lady of the house, Lord of mercy on us all. Lord of mercy on us all.
Don't be afeard, stranger. A man who's dead can do no hurt.
I meant no harm, your honor. And won't you leave me be easy, say a little prayer for your soul?
Ah, do you hear that, stranger? Do you ever hear another woman could whistle like that with 2 fingers in her mouth? I'm destroyed with the drought. Will you bring me a drop quickly before herself will come back?
Is it not dead, what?
How would I be dead and I as dry as a big bone, stranger?
But what will herself say if she smells the stuff on you? I'm thinking it's not for nothing you're letting on to be dead.
It is not, stranger. She won't be coming near me at all, and it's not long now before I'll be letting on, for cramp in my back, my hips asleep on me, and I had the devil's own fly itching at my nose. It was near dead I was, wanting to sneeze, and you, blathering about the rain, and Darcy, the devil choking, and the towering church. Give me that whiskey. Get myself come back before I taste a drop at all. Go over now to that cupboard. Bring the black stick you'll see in the west corner by the wall.
Is it that?
It is, stranger. It's a long time I'm keeping that stick. I have a bad wife in the house.
Is it herself, master house? She a grand woman to talk.
It is herself, surely. Bad wife she is. Bad wife for an old man. I'm getting old. The wife, I have to be still. Yes, let you wait here a short while, stranger. It's a great sight you'll see. 2 hours? Great. Is that somebody above?
There's a voice speaking on the path.
Just move that, lay that stick here next to me in the bed. Smooth the sheet the way it was lying. Go on to sleep now. Don't let on you anything. I'll be having your life. I wouldn't have told you at all. It's destroyed with the drought I was.
Have no fear, master of the house. What is it I know of the like of you that I'd be saying a word or putting out my hand to stay you at all? Stranger, be quiet now. They're coming down the door.
I wasn't long at all, stranger, for I met himself on the path.
You were middling long, lady of the house.
Was there no sign from himself?
No sign at all, lady of the house.
Over now. Pull down the sheet and look on himself, Michael Darno. See, it's the truth I'm telling you.
I will not, Nora. I do be afraid of the dead.
Will you be taking a cup of tea with myself and the young man, or will you go into the little room and stretch yourself a short while in the bed? I'm thinking it's destroyed you are walking that length in the great rain.
Is it to go and leave you and have you having a wait, lady of the house? Well, not surely. That's not even to your master neither.
That's a poor coat you have, that helps. I think it's a poor tailor you are with it.
If it's a poor tailor I am, and it's a poor herd to be running back and forward after a little handful of ewes the way I seen yourself running this day, young fella, and you coming from the fair.
Let you not mind him at all. For he's a drop taken, and it soon he'll be falling asleep.
It's no lie, you say, Ellen. I'm destroyed, surely. You know that willful they were, run off the one man's bit of oats, another man's bit of hay, tumbling off the red bog, because more like a pack of goats and sheep they were. I don't use the queer breed, Norbert. I'm not used to it at all.
There's no one can herd mountain ewes, but the men do be reared in the Glen Malur, I've heard them say, and above by Rockfana, and the Glen Amal. Men the like of Patch Darcy, God spare his soul, who would walk through 500 sheep and miss one of them, and he not reckoning them at all.
Is that the man with queer in his head, you that's gone?
It is surely.
He was a great man, young fella. A great man, I'm telling you. There wasn't a lamb for his own ewes he wouldn't know for his mark. And he'd run from this to the city of Dublin and wouldn't catch for his breath.
He was a great man, surely, stranger. And isn't it a grand thing to hear a living man say a good word of a dead man and he mad dying?
It's the truth I'm telling. God spare his soul.
I heard tell this day, Norbert, from the path below, past Darcy, you've been passing up, then passing down. Heard them say you never pass night or morning without speaking with yourself.
It was no lie you heard, Michael Dara.
I'm thinking it's a power of men you're after knowing. It's a lonesome place you live itself.
It's a lonesome place you do have to be living and looking for someone and talking to someone in the evening of the day. And if it's the power of men I'm after knowing, they were fine men. For I was a hard child to please and a hard girl to please. And it is a hard woman I am to please this day, Mike Darn. It's no lie I'm telling you.
Was it a hard woman to please you where you took himself for your man?
And what kind of an old woman would I be if I didn't marry a man with a bit of a farm and cows on it and sheep on the back hills?
That's true, Nora. Maybe it's no fool you were, but it's good grazing on it. It's a lonesome place, and I'm thinking it's a good sum he's left behind.
I'm thinking, was a bit of a fool I was at that time. For what good is a bit of a farm with cows on it, sheep on the back hills? When you're sitting, looking at a door, the like of that door. See nothing but the mists rolling down the bog, and the mists again, they rolling up the bog. Hear nothing but the wind crying out through the bit of the trees left over from the great storm, and the streams roaring with the rain.
Where's the ails you this night, Norbert? Heard tells like that talk you hear from men, and they have to be a great while in the back hills.
It's a bad night. What a wild night Michael's are, and isn't it a great while I'm sitting at the foot of the back hills, boiling food for himself, and food for the brood sow, baking a cake when the night falls? Isn't it a long while I'm sitting here in the winter, and the summer, and the fine spring, with the young growing up behind me and the old passing? Saying to myself one time, to look on Mary Bryan, who wasn't that height, and I a fine girl growing up. There she is now. 2 children of her own, and another coming on her in 3 months or 4.
3 pounds we have now, Nora Burke.
Saying to myself another time to look on Peggy Kavanagh, who with the lightest hand at milking a cow wouldn't be easy as turning a cake. There she is now, walking the roads, or sitting in a dirty old house, no teeth in her mouth, and no sense, and no more hair than a bit of a hill, and they after burning the furs from it.
It's 5 pounds and 10 notes, a good sum surely. But it's not that way. You be talking to marry a young man, Nor. They say, below the fair, my lambs are the best lambs, and I've got a grand prize. For I'm no fool at making a bargain, and my lambs are good.
What was it you got?
20 pounds a lot, Nor. We would do right now to wait till himself is quiet a while in 7 churches, and then you marry me in the chapel at Athlona. And I'll bring the bit of the sheep up on the bit of the hill you have in the mountain, and then we wouldn't have anything we would be feared to let our minds on when the missus down.
Why would I marry you, Mike Dara? You'll be getting old, and I'll be getting old, and not long I'm telling you to be sitting up in your bed the way himself was sitting, the shake in your face and your teeth falling, and white hair sticking out round you like a bush for sheep to be leaping you back. It's a pitiful thing to be getting old, but it's a queer thing, surely. It's a queer thing to see an old man sitting up in his bed with nothing but a rough word in his mouth and his chin. The way it would take the edge of an oak board you'll start building a door. God forgive me, my dear Dara. We're all getting on. But it's a queer thing, surely.
It's too lonesome you are for living a long time with an old man, Nor. And you're talking again like a herd that we're coming down from the thick mist. But it's a fine life you live now as a young man. A fine life, surely.
Now you'll not be marrying her the time I'm rotting below in the 7 churches. You'll see the thing I'll give you will follow you on the back mountains when the wind's high.
Get me out of the north. Oh, God! It's always did what you built. I think you would do it now.
Is it dead? He is or living?
Oh, little you care if it's dead or living I am. But there'll be an end now of your fine times and all the talk you have of young men and old men, of the mist coming up or going down. You'll walk out now from that door, Nora Burke. And it's not tomorrow, or the next day, or any day of your life you'll put in your foot through it again.
That's the hard thing you're saying for an old man, master of the house. What would the like of yourself do if you put her out onto the roads?
Let her walk round, the like of Peggy Kavanagh below me, begging money at the crossroads, or selling songs to the men. Walk out now, Nora Burke, and it's soon you'll be getting old with that life, I'm telling you. It's soon your teeth will be falling, and your head will be the like of a bush where sheep do be leaping a gap.
It's a fine union, Glen Rathbone.
The like of her would never go there. It's lonesome roads where she'll be going and hiding herself away till the end will come and they find her stretched like a dead sheep with the frost in her, or the big spiders maybe, and they're putting their webs on her in the butt of a ditch.
What way will yourself be that day, Daniel Burke? What way will you be that day and you lying down a long while in your grave? For it's bad you are living, and it's bad you'll be when you're dead. Yet, if it is itself, Daniel Burke, who can help it at all, and let you not be getting up into your bed and taking your death with the wind on you and the rain within you hacking your skin?
It's proud and happy you'll be of us, getting my death the day I will shun yourself. Let you walk out now from that door, and let you not be passing this way again if it's hungry you are, or wanting a bed.
Maybe himself would take up.
And what would the like of him do with me now?
Give you the half of a dry bed and good food in your mouth.
Is it fool you thinking, stranger? Where's the fool you were born yourself? Let her walk out that door. Let you go along with her, stranger, if it's raining itself, for it's too much talk you have, surely.
We'll be going now, lady of the house. The rain is falling, but the air is kind, and maybe it'll be a grand morning by the grace of God.
What good is a grand morning when I'm destroyed? Surely, I like to go out and get my death walking the roads.
You'll not be getting your death with myself, lady of the house, and knowing all the ways a man can put food in his mouth. We'll be going now, and time you'll be feeling the cold, and the frost, and the great rain, and the sun again, and the south wind blowing in the glens. You'll not be sitting up on a wet pitch the way you're after sitting in the place, growing older each day and they're passing you by. You'll be saying one time, it's a grand evening by the grace of God, And another time, it's a wild night, God help us, but it'll pass. Surely, you'll be saying...
Go out of that door, I'm telling you, and do your blathering below in the Glen.
Come along with me now, Lady of the House. And it's not my blather you'll be hearing only, but you'll be hearing the herons crying out over the black lakes, and you'll be hearing the grouse and the owls with them, and the larks and the big thrushes when the days are warm. And it's not from the like of them you'll be hearing the talk of getting old like Peggy Kavanaugh, or losing the hair off you or the light of your eyes. But it's fine songs you'll be hearing when the sun goes up. And there'll be no old fellow wheezing the like of a sick sheep close to your ear.
I'm thinking it's myself who'll be wheezing that time, laying out under the heavens when the night is cold. You've a fine bit of talk, stranger, and it's with yourself I'll go. You think it's a grand thing you doing letting on to be dead? But what is it at all? What way would a woman live in a place the like of this place and she not make a talk with the men passing? In what way will yourself live from this day with none to care for you? For it's a black life you'll have, Daniel Burke, and it's not long, I'm telling you, to be lying again under that sheet, and you dead. Surely.
Sit down now, Michael Dara. Take a little taste of this stuff. Straight drop on me, the night is young.
And it's very dry, I am, surely, with the fear of death you put on me, and I have been driving mountain use at the turn of day.
Nothing to distract you, Michael Dara. But you're a quiet man. I'll help you. I don't mind you at all. Good health, Michael Dara.
God reward you, Daniel Burke. May you have a long life, and a quiet life, and good health with it. Ah,